Oh boy. Project Neltharion. I'm not going to declare the server dead. I don't have that power. It'll be a declaration that it makes itself. The reason I came here was because I was done with TBC. I wanted to find something new. I read about this server and I thought the concept was really was not a good concept. But I wanted to come check it out anyway. Some private Cataclysm server that had apparently been worked on for 4 years already. I thought, how bad can it be? It can be really bad. The concept aside, server is just not ready to be released at all. It should have been called an open beta. Now, you know what? It should have been called an open alpha. There's still no pop online, and there never will be at this point. I mean, if they had called it like an open alpha, then they could have garnered some enthusiasm and they would have gotten a lot of leeway for mistakes. And if it took 4 years to get to this point, call this an open alpha and spend 6 months fixing what you learn and then have an open beta. But the concept alone wasn't great, and the thing is just there's so many bugs, so many problems. After spending a little bit of time here over the course of a couple of days and checking in on Discord to read what's going on with the populace, I would give the benefit of the doubt to mistakes. Now at this point, I just assume the worst. It continues to be a crash fest. The pairing of no gear drops plus ×7 XP rate is just one of the most bizarre combinations you could think of. All I've done is go around trying to find quests where I could get gear, because there's literally no way to get gear except for getting to dungeons, but then the server crashes so much you can't proceed with dungeons. Not to mention the awful problems it's having with the queuing system to get into looking for group. So here I was going to wetlands for the first time to see if I could just pick up some quests here for a couple pieces of gear I know you can get in wetlands. And man, there's no quests. There's no quests in wetlands. So I thought maybe it was maybe like it's generated from the Hero's Call board in Stormwind. So I've been going back. Like I got here at level 21. I came back every level up until 28, which at that point I've out-leveled the zone. There's nothing on the Hero's Call board. There are no quests. And then I checked the other hubs. I think there's 4 hubs in wetlands, and there are no quests anywhere in wetlands. So I was going to compare it. I was going to go over to Twin Stars and compare the zones. I did go to Twin Stars because I still have all kinds of tunes on Twin Stars from years ago, and I was able to remember my password and everything. And here's the quest. I mean, the quests are supposed to be there. And here I am. I was like a level 28, so I out-leveled it, but I could still get the quest. I mean, I didn't see them right away because I out-leveled it, but they're there like they're supposed to be. So I couldn't compare it to Twin Stars because there's nothing to compare. The initial concept, which was never going to be popular to start with, is just compounded by all these other issues that keep popping up. And all of those are compounded by the perpetual crashing. I mean, this server is just doomed. And I won't be going back. This image is the one I shall forever associate with Neltharion, a self-inflicted wound of the most monumental sort. The answers to these questions are why I changed from giving the benefit of the doubt to just assuming the worst. Why when you queue RDF and finish the dungeon you don't receive a satchel for an item? Why are some quests just auto-completed? Why do people not get dungeon deserter for leaving a group? Why do mobs follow you around like a dog and follow you so far? The first answer doesn't really answer the question. It gives an excuse for why people are not getting any gear. Like you can't get gear anywhere. There's no gear drops from mobs in the world. Not all the quests are there apparently to get gear. The second one, self-explanatory. They're not scripted. That's why. There's your answer. The reason why some quests auto-complete is because they're not scripted. So this guy responds to those answers, bro, we did Cata Dungeons twice and didn't get any justice points or gold. And the dev responds, those are from the LFG system. I can name names and point fingers if I have to. That's the answer? That's now you can see what I just assume the worst. So really the answer to all the problems is the work just wasn't done. There's your answer. The work wasn't done. This needed to be open alpha. Here Cryptid says next restart will include a core update for loot chances. I have no idea what that means. Does that mean they're just going to randomly throw out loot? I'm not going to go back to find out. I don't want to find out what that means. But this is clearly what the issue was. This shit just was not done. This is why LFR was never instituted. It's not because of the wishes of the community. It's because they never did it. They couldn't figure out how to get the queuing system right for LFG. How was LFR supposed to work? They didn't figure out the loot tables for anything. That's why nothing has any loot. The reason why it's 7 XP is because they want you to hurry through all the crap in the earlier zones. That's why it's 7 XP, you know? I just assume the worst now because that's what the answer is. He's telling you why. They just never did it. That's why the server is doomed, because they never did the work. Now, had this been open alpha, this could have been salvageable, you know? I have no idea why my arms are up in the air. Yay! Yay me! Yay! Yeah, they could have salvaged this operation, man. It just said, look, we know there's going to be a bunch of bugs. We didn't do a lot of stuff. And so help us out to figure out, you know, how to fix this stuff. But that's not what they did. They opened it as if it was ready to go. It never was.